The draft order has been set.
The New York Jets pick is in here. As with the second pick in my mock draft 2.0, the New York Jets select Arvell Reese, linebacker from Ohio State.
We're still 2 months away from the real deal, but it's not too early to run out a post-Super Bowl 60 mock draft. So, let's dive into an updated 2026 NFL first-round mock draft. Number 1, Las Vegas Raiders, Fernando Mendoza. There's no way Clint Kubiak would have taken the Raiders coaching job if they weren't planning to take Fernando Mendoza. Raiders have the easy choice to take the number 1 quarterback prospect available. They can immediately build a nice core around Mendoza, Brock Bowers, and Ashton Jeanty. Number 2, New York Jets, Arvell Reese. Dante Moore's decision to return to Oregon in 2026 means that the Jets will have to take the best non-QB here. They dealt away their 2 best players, Sauce Gardner and Quinnen Williams, at the trade deadline. They can begin the rebuild on defense here by taking the do-it-all Ohio State linebacker who logged 6.5 sacks in his final college year. Number 3, Arizona Cardinals, Spencer Fano. 2023 first-round pick Paris Johnson Jr. is quickly emerging as one of the league's best young offensive tackles. Arizona can solidify its goal line for years to come by adding the Utah product, the most polished pass blocker of this class. Number 4, Tennessee Titans, Carnell Tate. Not a single Titan hit 600 receiving yards in 2025. How in the world will Cam Ward improve with such a lackluster set of pass catchers? The Titans have flaws across the board, but it would be hard to pass up on this speed burner who averaged 17.2 yards per catch in his final year with the Buckeyes. Number 5, New York Giants, Caleb Downs. New Giants head coach John Harbaugh worked with his fair share of great safeties in Baltimore. Downs, another Ohio State product, has the skill set to be the next Kyle Hamilton. A defense with Downs, Abdul Carter, Brian Burns, and Dexter Lawrence would have limitless potential. Number 6, Cleveland Browns, Jordan Tyson. With David Njoku on his way out and Jerry Jeudy best served as a number 2 receiver, Browns GM Andrew Berry has to bring in more playmakers for his starting QB in 2026. With Carnell Tate off the board, Jordan Tyson would be a slam dunk pick in the number 6 spot. Number 7, Washington Commanders, Ruben Bain Jr. Should be an easy call here for Washington to take the top edge rusher remaining on their board. Landing the 6'3", 275-pound beast out of Miami could be the final piece required to help this front 7 regain its elite form. Number 8, New Orleans Saints, David Bailey. Unless Kellen Moore presses for another pass catcher here, the Saints should continue to build around the trenches and add a wreaker of havoc like Bailey. With Jordan nearing the end of his career, this is a chance for New Orleans to groom its future defensive leader. Number 9, Kansas City Chiefs, Jeremiah Love. Chiefs haven't had a 1,000-yard rusher since 2017. Lack of an explosive running game caught up to them in 2025, so maybe GM Brett Veach should take the hint instead of relying on former Day 3 picks to lead his backfield. Number 10, Cincinnati Bengals, Sonny Styles. With Trey Hendrickson likely on his way out of Cincy, the Bengals will have to solidify the front 7 one way or another. Styles does it all as a hard-hitting linebacker whose big game experience might help Cincinnati re-emerge as a Super Bowl contender. Number 11, Miami Dolphins, Mekhi Lemon. With Tyreek Hill a sure bet to get cut in a cap-saving move, Miami will be down to 1 stud wide receiver. Not for long though. When life gives you a lemon, draft him when he's available. Number 12, Dallas Cowboys, Keldrick Falk. With a pair of first-round picks this year, Jerry Jones has to take at least 1 edge pass rusher. Quinnen Williams proved to be a great addition to bolster the interior defensive line. So let's add Falk to that front 7 to complete the post-Micah Parsons makeover on defense. Number 13, Los Angeles Rams from Atlanta Falcons, Caleb Lomu. Bob Havenstein's retirement leaves the Rams with a void at defensive tackle. Getting Lomu, one of Utah's lights-out booking tandem, would be excellent value for GM Les Snead. Number 14, Baltimore Ravens, Jermod McCoy. Marlon Humphrey appears to be washed up. In 2024 first-round pick Nate Wiggins suffered one of the worst sophomore slumps imaginable. New head coach Jesse Minter had the luxury of working with plenty of quality defensive backs as the Los Angeles Chargers defensive coordinator. Adding McCoy to a secondary led by All-Pro safety Kyle Hamilton could help the secondary return to elite status. Number 15, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Mansour Delane. The Bucs secondary kept them out of the postseason for the first time since 2019. Top cornerback Jamel Dean is a pending free agent. Well, the Buccaneers can roll the dice on one of the many stud corners in this class. Number 16, New York Jets from Indianapolis Colts, Ty Simpson. This might feel like a reach to some, but with plenty of draft capital this year and for 2027, The Jets gotta take some risks. Simpson is the second best QB in this year's class. It does not hurt to take a chance on the Alabama kid and see if he can be the sought-after solution behind center. Number 17, Detroit Lions, Peter Woods. The Lions will be searching for more playmakers on the defensive line to take some of the pressure off of Aiden Hutchinson. The rushing defense was a problem in the Motor City last year. Woods and a healthy Hutchinson alone can change that and close the gap with Chicago and Green Bay in the NFC North. Number 18, Minnesota Vikings, Avian Terrell. Terrell is tailor-made for Brian Flores' aggressive defense. This elite ball hawker had 21 pass breakups and 8 forced fumbles in his last 2 years at Clemson. Number 19, Carolina Panthers, Francis Mauigoa. 2022 first-round pick Ika Mekwanu has been shaky at best. This might be Carolina's best chance to get an upgrade at the other bookend alongside veteran Taylor Moton. Number 20, Dallas Cowboys from Green Bay Packers, Cassius Howell. Hey, why not double down on edge rushers? You can't have too many of them in today's NFL. And turning Micah Parsons into Howell and Quinnen Williams is suddenly a great-looking haul for Jerry. Number 21, Pittsburgh Steelers, Denzel Boston. The Steelers ought to get a new number 1 receiver. DK Metcalf was their only reliable pass catcher in 2025, and even he's better suited as a number 2. Adding Boston to the mix would suddenly give Pittsburgh a rock-solid-looking 1-2 punch at wide receiver. Number 22, Los Angeles Chargers, Caleb Banks. The Chargers' lack of depth in the front seven has been exposed time and time again against elite competition. So unless they make some big moves via trade and free agency, it'd be a surprise if they didn't take a defensive lineman with this pick. Jim Harbaugh loves nasty, hard-hitting guys to dominate in the trenches. Banks is the perfect fit for a front seven that could lose Khalil Mack to trade or free agency. Number 23, Philadelphia Eagles, KC Concepcion. We're operating under the assumption that the Eagles will move on from A.J. Brown in the offseason. If that's the case, Howie Roseman can wait until the draft to get his number 2 receiver to help Devontae Smith. Number 24, Cleveland Browns from Jacksonville Jaguars, Caden Proctor. Wyatt Teller, Jack Conklin, Cam Robinson, and Joel Bitonio are all pending free agents. And given their respective ages, there's a good possibility that the Browns will let them all walk. So the front office keeps it simple by taking the best remaining offensive lineman on the board. Number 25, Chicago Bears, T.J. Parker. If there was one issue on the feel-good Bears this year, it was the pass rush. Montez Sweat had 10 sacks, and Javon Dexter was a distant second with 6. Clemson's T.J. Parker is a playmaker with 16 sacks over his last 2 college seasons. This plug-and-play guy would immediately wreak havoc, lining up alongside Sweat and Dexter. Number 26, Buffalo Bills, Jeremy Bernard. You still find it funny that the Bills fired Sean McDermott when it's Brandon Beane who's been missing on the draft picks. A lot of depth in this year's class, but Alabama product and contested catch specialist Jeremy Bernard is the best pick here for a Josh Allen-led offense. Number 27, San Francisco 49ers, C.J. Allen. Fred Warner is the best all-around linebacker in the game. But we saw how much the 49ers defense faltered after his gruesome ankle injury. Could you imagine what a linebacker tandem of Allen and Warner could accomplish together? Now you're looking at a front seven with Allen, Warner, Nick Bosa, and Michael Williams. Number 28, Houston Texans, Chris Brazell II. The Texans really missed Tank Dell in 2025, and it showed. Even if Dell returns to his top form, there is no harm in adding a big-bodied pass catcher like Brazell to complete this offense. C.J. Stroud would love a red zone threat who had 9 touchdowns at Tennessee last year. Number 29, Los Angeles Rams, Chris Bell. The run of receivers continues with the Rams taking Chris Bell. Devontae Adams is not an all-pro receiver anymore, and he'll be entering his contract year at the age of 34. Good opportunity for the Rams to lock in their long-term number 2 receiver behind Puka Nacua. Number 30, Denver Broncos, Kenyon Sadiq. The passing game was too reliant on Cortland Sutton. One day, GM George Payton may notice that. Denver can shore up its need for a secondary pass catcher here by nabbing the Oregon tight end. Sadiq spent some time with Bo Nix and Troy Franklin together at Oregon in 2024 before both turned pro. Number 31, New England Patriots, Olaiva Vega Ioane. New England's leaky offensive line fell apart in the Super Bowl 60 loss to the Seattle Seahawks. They could target new bodies in free agency, but it might be hard to pass on the Penn State lineman who didn't allow a single sack in 2025 per PFF. Number 32, Seattle Seahawks, Colton Hood. With Reek Woolen, Kobe Bryant, and Josh Jobe all pending free agents, Seattle can find at least one replacement with the final day 1 pick here. But what changes would you make to our latest 2026 NFL first-round mock draft? Let us know in the comment section below. If you like this video and learned a thing or two, then clicking the like button helps us out a ton. And we really appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to TPS though, then subscribing is a great idea, because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.